Hey, yo, Big Mike, you ready to do some unpopular opinions, bro? Are you ready?
Dude, I'm fucking ready,
He's fucking
man.
ready
Let's
to
go.
He's fucking ready to go. All right, let's get into it. So the first one comes from Big Mike himself. He says, classic gums on BO3 are still way too overpowered. Now, give us the rundown of BO3. What do? You high around a lot. What's your favorite game? Like, why are they OP still? Like, Megas are, but classics, to me, classics are whatever.
So at first, I always hated megas. I thought classics are cool, but once I started thinking about it, when you use classic gums, you have two gums that will save you at any point in time. You have in plain sight and you have anywhere but here. Those two gums, as long as you're holding them, your life is saved 100% of the time. And you also have Alchem, which is essentially infinite ammo for 2 minutes, or what is it, 1 or 2 minutes?
It's 1 or 2. I was gonna say is it 5, but it's definitely not that long.
Yeah,
but like,
and you can activate it twice as well.
Yeah, if you have the Apothecon and that, or like any infinite damage wonder weapon, you're good. And it runs off points. Like that, it's ridiculous. You literally just have infinite ammo. It's like firing on all cylinders. What game is that from? Is that like World War II or something? That was a random zombies game where you could just unload random ammo. But I could see BO3, classics being overpowered. But then again, like, you have raindrops, which is better than that, power vacuum. But yeah, classics are still OP. I can see where you're coming from with that.
Honestly, I think Alchem is better than raindrops because not only do you get them, you basically get a max ammo at the end because your ammo will be all filled up, but you're also spamming for a full minute or a minute 30.
Yeah, and that kills the time too. That makes it a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
The Cold War fucking legendary epic, that gun system is terrible. At first it was cool, but it's so stupid. Like, it convolutes the box. There's 5 versions of every gun in the box. Are you fucking kidding me? What is that? That's not zombies. I thought it was gonna be cool, like Borderlands style. Like, let's say the M16 is blue. The M16 is a blue gun, and that is it. You can't get a legendary M16 because it is just blue. That makes sense. But every gun being able to be every color is like just brain mush.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think that would be cool. Like, the ray gun is legendary, or the ray gun is the highest tier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, the box, there's so many weapons in it because there's all these variations, and like these bottom variations of the weapons are so awful. If you get them, it's not even, there's no point of getting it.
They defeat the purpose of different guns. Because if I can get a gold M16 and a gold M14, what's the difference? They're both gold and do a lot of damage. I should want to upgrade to the M16 from the M14 because that one's like common and the other one's rare. Like, they can't all be common and rare. That takes away from the excitement of getting that gun. Like,
yeah, and they also made it in Cold War with the health cap and the weapon damage that all the weapons are pretty much equal. Yeah, there's some that are better than the others, but they're with all these same tiers fully upgraded. Most of these weapons can kill forever, and there's just, why would you pick this weapon over this weapon?
Too. It's so dumb. It is so dumb.
Yeah.
And now we have Rome's15 saying, I would rather play zombies on Roblox than Cold War. Now, I don't want to bash Cold War because that's all I do, and I think people are really starting to hate me, but this was funny. Like, my man just straight up called it how it is.
I might have to agree with that, dude. I might have to hop on some Roblox soon. It seems it seems less repetitive, more interesting, and they got the OG maps on there as well. I'm pretty sure I tried not.
Dude, the Roblox engine's actually smooth. Have you ever seen the people like quick scoping each other on that shit? Like the sniper Roblox stuff? It's really
think so.
smooth. Like, it's actually ridiculously smooth. That was a quicker one though. Rome's just coming in with that. I thought that was funny. Now we have the gamer charing say BO1 is hot garbage. Now this is a personal attack against Big Mike, because if you guys follow him on Twitch, he plays so much BO1. A ridiculous amount. This is a personal attack. Cherry, I disagree with you. I don't know, because BO1 is like iconic. I wouldn't use the word hot garbage. If you're comparing it to BO3 or 4 or 2 or anything like that, it's more boring, it has less content, sure. But it's not hot garbage.
I just don't see where you're coming from, Cherry. You know, regardless of nostalgia, when I look at BO1, I have to say this is objectively the best high round game of all time. No, it doesn't have any good Easter eggs. They're only 4P and they're not super interesting. But just for high rounds, BO1 is amazing. They have the base maps like Kino and 5. Kino has an amazing fire trap strategy. 5 has the strategy in the spawn room. And then they have the 4 DLC maps, and then they have the 4 World at War maps that came back. Exactly. And these World at War maps that came back are like Derice on BO1 is one of the best maps of all time. Just with how many different strategies you can do and
BO1 just has that like perfect balance of difficulty and like fun. Like BO1, you could play any of those maps and they have a challenge. Besides Kino, you could say there's no challenge on Kino, but like Ascension, you have the monkeys. Call of the Dead, you have George. Shangri-La, you have the fucking annoying monkeys, the Shriekers, and the Napalm Zombies. And on the Moon, you have the Cosmonaut, the Low Gravity, the Excavators. Like, it's a challenging game, which makes it fun. I mean, there's not gobblegums, there's none of that bullshit, but it's pure gameplay, and that's what COD Zombies is missing right now, is just the pure gameplay aspect. There's no challenge. They hold your hand through the Easter eggs nowadays. They hold your hand through every single step of everything. It's just like, dude, I've been playing for like 10 years. I don't need the training wheels. You should like pick a mode on Cold War where it tells you where the power is. It tells you what to do. But I want to find that stuff on myself. I don't like when something pops up on my screen and it's like, hey, go here, you bitch. You don't like, I know what I'm doing, bro. I know what I'm doing. I know these little Timmies that play Fortnite and Warzone don't, but I do.
Even if you don't like BO1, there's no way it's even comparable to sitting in a corner camping, shooting at your feet in BO4, or sitting in a corner camping, spamming Ring of Fire and ray gun in Cold War. No fucking chance.
Okay. The next one, Jolt says, as of now, Cold War Zombies is the worst zombies game from any developer. Well, this is Cold War unpopular opinion, so it is intended to just be Cold War surrounded. It's not my fault that it's all negative. But my man's got a point. It's easily the worst Treyarch one. I didn't play the World War II. I didn't play Infinite Warfare. I didn't really dive into those. I would tell you Extinction's definitely better, but I don't know. I mean, he's just saying it how it is as well. I just don't know, man. I feel like the community loves this game. Like, it's so strange, because when I say shit about it, I get, like, people are like, oh, you're negative, you're an asshole. But, like, I don't know. Like, there's people that love it, and there's people that hate it. But
I think the community opinion has shifted a little bit. When the game first came out, it seemed like everybody loved this game in the main Zombies community. Not in the competitive community. Yeah. Most of those people didn't like it. But in the main Zombies community, everybody loved Cold War. And slowly, as they didn't release much content, the opinions have been changing, and I think this is not as unpopular of an opinion as it used to be.
Oh, definitely. Because, like, if this was on launch, it's unpopular.
Oh,
but it's just like, Cold War was so flashy at the beginning, dude. Like, it dropped and they were showing off rarities and score streaks, and like when you kill a zombie, you know, it shows you the damage. It was all just flashy stuff. Like, it was satisfying to kill zombies. Like, it just felt good. It felt powerful. Like, when you were popping heads, you were popping heads, and the whole flow of the game just felt nice. But there is just no replay value. I don't know what it is, man. For me, BO3 just had so much replay value because of the Easter eggs and stuff. And Cold War doesn't have those Easter eggs, so I'm kind of just sitting there like, what do I do next? I don't want to grind Dark Ether anymore. I grinded out half the guns, and now I'm just like kind of done with it.
Yeah, there's just so many maps on BO3 and so many strategies if you're playing casually. If you want to go for high rounds, and the Easter eggs, like you said, they actually require skill on BO3, and they have steps and stuff that make sense and require time and effort, unlike Cold War, which is just, it tells you what to do, very easy, linear Easter egg, not replayable whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate Cold War and Treyarch because they're trying like Outbreak and they're trying new cool stuff. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just off. Activision's, you could tell they're just like, all right, zombies, more like money to be made. Like, I just feel like if Treyarch had full creative control and they kept Jason Blundell and they had Craig Houston working side to side with him, they could like pump out some really cool shit. But on BO4, they're like, you have to make Blackout now. You have to do this. We're taking your dev team. You have to do this. We're cutting your budget. They're like, what the fuck? Like, I just want to imagine what a Zombies game would have been if they had a full budget, full dedicated team, and not Activision like puppeting them along. I just want to know what it would have been like, because that's something we'll never see.
I think that Treyarch made a really good business decision with this game, because this game anybody can get to round 100 on, and that's going to make it appealing to anybody, not just OG Zombies players, Warzone players, multiplayer players. They're going to see this and they're going to be able to hop into Zombies.
It is a good casual game. That is what's good, is that Zombies is growing and it's very big right now. And I wish I wasn't an asshole and not took advantage of it, but like I use that to my advantage. But I just sit here being a dick, and I don't know.
I've been a dick this whole time this game's been out, man. Don't feel bad.
I feel like a grumpy old man. I want to just turn it around, but after yesterday when they dropped the roadmap and even the guys that love the game were disappointed, I'm like, oh no, this isn't. Oh shit, I'm like, damn, Treyarch fucked up. But we got Revived Gamer with the armor system, streaks, lack of buildable weapons, equipment, more things that make maps unique is the worst thing Treyarch could have done with Cold War Zombies. That was really confusing. I get what he's saying though. Like, having score streaks on every map, armor system on every map takes away from the uniqueness. Like, let's say Die Machine had Jug, and that was the armor system. And then Firebase Z had the armor system and no Jug. That's like different ways you could stack up your health and make the maps unique. But instead now it just feels like every map's the same. Like, it's the same backup punch system, same armor, same rarity. Everything is the exact same, just a little bit of a different scenery. That's my problem too. Like, these maps don't feel different enough. It's like there's
as long as there's a corner, you have your Ring of Fire, you have your Wonder Weapon.
There's just no personality. Like, dude, when you hop into fucking BO4, BO3, like you have on Shadows the Sword on Horizon, you have the Ragnarok, on Zetzel you have the Skull. On this you have the 4 you could pick from every map. Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor? Like, I don't want to just eat vanilla ice cream. That's like if you had vanilla ice cream one day, then like, vanilla pudding the next day, then, vanilla fucking like chocolate. Like, it's just, if you're eating the same thing, but it's a little different every day, you're going to get bored of it.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that Treyarch added some changes in, like you were saying with seeing the points and all those little things that changed at the start. Yeah, they added changes, but I don't think these changes really added to the maps or the game at all. Like, they're different.
They didn't add
to the
depth. They added to the eye candy. I was like, Cold War is so good because it has cool camos and popping heads feels good again. But when you get past the surface level of how cool the game is, you're like, oh man, they really are appealing to the casual player base. Like, they just wanted to make it as simple as possible. And honestly, dude, they had a year cut off of this game's development because Treyarch was supposed to be releasing in 2021. This was supposed to be a Sledgehammer game, so I feel like we gotta cut them a little slack for even giving us a game this year. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I might have rather had no game than this one.
Dude, the community was so good last year. Before Cold War, that spike that happened, that spark where like Tim was blowing up and Lex was coming back and Pat was doing what was the series? He was doing a review of every single map.
Retrospect. Like, Retrospect, that's what it is.
Everyone was popping. The community was growing. Like, it was just like such a good time to be a part of it. And then Cold War came out and it was like, oh, like the honeymoon phase is over. Like, I don't know, man. That first month of Cold War's launch was really fun, though. I really did enjoy the first month. But after it all settles down, it's like, oh. But the thing about BO3 is we settled into the Giant and Shadows, and we loved it, though, because we had the easy map and the hard map, and that actually held us over to DE, and then DE came out, and it went up. It went up, and then Zetsubo was like, okay, we even. And then Garad went way up, and then Rev just couldn't top it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but my point is, BO3 kept it going like this, and Cold War had it where it was like, okay, this is pretty cool, and then it flatlined, and then it crashed hard, and now it's just like riding low. I don't know.
I think it might have been we all had such high expectations because, like you said, in 2020 it was the year of zombies. I was popping on Twitch. I had a bunch of friends that were doing super well with eggs, with high rounds, all that stuff. We had these super high expectations. And then we get this game and there's all the hype at first, and yeah, it's going to be fun, all that adrenaline coming in. And then when you realize that this game is not what we expected, has no content, super repetitive, you're just gonna crash. You're gonna crash freaking hard.
And that sucks. When that hits, you're like, oh man, like I really let myself down.
Yeah, I even felt like down after that. Dude, I wasn't.
We are in the middle of a Treyarch life cycle, and it does not, like, when we're in the middle of a Treyarch life cycle, I'm like, okay. Like, I was getting excited for Ancient Evil, Alpha Omega, even though the BO4 was really bad for the community. I was still vibing and, like, excited. Like, I felt like there was always that glimmer of hope. Like, that one DLC could change everything. That one map could still come in and save us. Now it's just like, I know Firebase, or the next map that's going to be, we already know the armor system. We already know the Pack-a-Punch system. We already know the rarity system. They're just going to add a perk and put us in a cooler place.
It's unfortunate, my dude.
And I can't get myself invested in the Dark Ether storyline. Enough Cold War. Joe Met says, Dead of the Night is way better than Ancient Evil, not even close. You're just wrong. Like, you just straight up incorrect. Because Ancient Evil is a top 3 map of all time. It does everything so well. We're in Greece. We have 4 gauntlets. You can go to hell. There's a fucking Pegasus. There's a Zombies Warlord. Fucking Medusa. Like, perfect Easter egg quest. One of the best Easter egg quests of all time. The coolest wonder weapons ever. This map was perfect, and it would not have been good in any other Treyarch game. It's like the culmination of BO4. Like, the best BO4 could have ever done. The absolute ceiling for BO4 is Ancient Evil. You want that real zombies experience with the vibe, the uniqueness. They gave us a new shield. Perfect. Ancient Evil is a perfect map. I will die on that hill. Dead of the Night's cool, but it has a really, really boring cast, really boring Easter egg quest, really boring cutscenes, and you just can't get invested. Ancient Evil, you can get fully invested in fucking Medusa, the climax of the story, Warlord, all this stuff. All this stuff.
Yeah, I'm coming from a completely unbiased perspective because I haven't played a lot of BO4 at all, but I have seen Dead of the Night and I have seen Ancient Evil, and from seeing both of those, I'm definitely going to have to say that Ancient Evil looks way more interesting. Not that Dead of the Night looks bad by any means,
no,
but
Dead of the Night's cool. It is cool. I'm not even knocking it.
Yeah. But it's just the ancient Greece thing is super, super cool for me. And I mean, I stepped onto Ancient Evil, just looked around, I was like, this is a masterpiece. You know, I don't like BO4 mechanics, but the map as a whole just looked beautiful, and I
like,
really enjoyed it.
If you were someone who did really enjoy BO4 and just thought it was getting shafted, you loved Ancient Evil. Like, I was defending BO4 so hard the whole year. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. That's all I have to say about that. We don't have much to say about BO4. Then we got Expert Fusion. Easter eggs are more fun when they're a bit complicated. Doesn't have to be necessarily tedious, just more complex. I completely agree. I don't need training wheels. I don't need my handheld. I like when the community has to figure stuff out. Dude, the Easter egg hunts are a fucking hour and a half. An hour and a half! Revelations was a week and a half. A fucking hour and a half? Oh, wait, get on. Oh, 20 minutes to download the DLC? Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Come back from the bathroom. Fucking Noah J's in the boss fight. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so I agree with that 100%. I think Treyarch needs to find a middle ground between Cold War Easter egg and super overly complicated Easter eggs, and find that middle ground. I think SOE is pretty good for that middle ground. Perfect. I love that Easter egg. It's fun. I think GK may be in that middle ground as well.
GK is nice because it's very linear. Like, they give you a chore list and you have to do it. But it is challenging. That Easter egg is very challenging. Yes,
it is challenging for sure. I had trouble doing that for the first time. But then Revelations, I think, is too much. I think Revelations is a bit too much.
That was a fuckfest.
Very complicated and a bit tedious with that. So,
and then with
maybe like different quests you could have World War II did this. They had a casual Easter egg and a hardcore Easter egg. Maybe you can have both, because the casual Easter egg in World War II walked you through it, and I liked it because that was new to the game. I thought it was cool. And there's the hardcore Easter egg that was more complicated, more in depth, and that would be more similar to like a BO3 Easter egg, I would say. So if Cold War could do that and have 2 different paths, then it could satisfy both parts of the community, and I think that would be perfect.
But the thing is, we're in the minority. Me loving BO4 and hating Cold War, and you like playing BO1 consistently still, we are such minority players. I just think like how our point of view is like Treyarch, Activision, they don't give a fuck what we think. We are the minority. Like a lot of the hardcore guys, we are not we're not who they're trying to appeal. We're just not. They want to appeal like kids and people who are going to buy this game and want to play it casually, which is fucked up. It's not fucked up. It's just life, but like.
I was mad at first at Treyarch because I couldn't understand. Then I looked at it from a different perspective, and I was just like, yeah, I'm in that 1% of the community that plays BO1 and all the old games, and they don't care at all about what I think. They care about money. They care about all the people that are just playing Call of Duty, and they want to have as many people as possible play zombies.
Exactly.
And I think they mostly succeeded in that, but I still hate it.
They did. They on this like Activision's checklist, they're like, we did it this year, and this is how it's going to be from now on. The Legend HD YT Quick Revive is better than Jug and Cold War. Yeah. Jug only adds like a hit or some bullshit too, maybe. But Quick Revive, I think you regen health quicker. Like, I don't even know. There's 5 tiers of Quick Revive. I don't know any of them. I just know that I was getting Jug and I was like, I'd rather have stamina up and speed cola and other shit than Jug. Like, I really didn't prioritize Jug and Cold War when I was playing.
So, Jug in Cold War, it doesn't do that much on the high rounds. So the thing that you need to rely on is the armor system. Once your armor is gone, you get like 2 or 3 hit, and these zombies hit hard and fast, you're down. So I think having a faster health regeneration with Quick Revive is definitely more effective than having something like Jug.
It's more valuable. It's just, it definitely, for those higher rounds and stuff, especially if the zombies are hitting quick, like you said, like it's essential to regen quicker than the damage you could take, especially with armor. Armor just makes Jug almost useless in Cold War. I agree. I do think Quick Revive is better than Jug. I don't know how many people would agree with that though. I see. The thing is, I'm not really in on what the norm is for Cold War zombies, so I'm not sure what is an unpopular opinion right now. But anyway. Chloe says Cold War is better than BO3 in terms of story and mechanics. Now, that's definitely unpopular. And then Scotty Dogs is like, what are you smoking? I just love that. That's so funny.
Acid, bro.
I don't know if this is a troll, but, like, the story is fucking dog shit in Cold War. There's no main characters. There's a crew that's interchangeable. And then Sam comes in with fucking Takio's like shit katana and like Nikolai's hat, like thinking she's the shit. When it's like, how could I ever be invested or care about this version of Samantha Maxis? She's like fucking 30 or something, and like, you know, I care about Richtofen and shit. I don't care about Sam. Literally at the end of Tog Toten, I was like, they literally should have just killed the children. Like, why?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding.
That's awful.
No, it's a video game. No, I care more about the main crew than Eddie and Sam, dude. Like, I don't need to see the. I'm just kidding, but oh man, I don't care about Sam. I don't care about Dr. fucking Doofenshmirtz or whatever his name is in this game. Like.
Yeah, I think that proves it. I mean, it seems like nobody's connected to the storyline in Cold War, but everybody loves BO3, all the Easter eggs, what happened in that game.
That shit was an emotional journey. This is just like, Sam, like, why do I give a fuck? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a storyline guy whatsoever, but seeing the cutscenes on BO3 after doing the Easter eggs were amazing. I thought they were so super immersive.
Cool. They're so cool. The fucking Die Machine outro is a helicopter flying away. It's just up and away. You get the same exact fucking cutscene for doing an exfil.
How are you gonna do that to us, Treyarch? How are you gonna do that? Like, we have such high expectations as well. What about BO4? Did BO4 have cutscenes after the Easter eggs and stuff?
They were great. Blood of the Dead's cutscene where Richtofen dies, that shit is literally a movie. That is cinema. Even the fucking art style cutscenes that people were complaining about at the end of BO4 were better than what Cold War is offering. I do like the Firebase Z cutscene though. That one was pretty good. But I don't care about Sam. So I don't know. But that's all I have to say about that. BO3 is easily better than Cold War in every way, shape, or form, every single mini aspect. There's nothing Cold War does better than BO3. There's just nothing. Besides, you could unlock Dark Ether through zombies, and for BO3 you have to unlock Dark Matter through multiplayer. But that's such a small nitpick that I don't even...
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Call of Duty Zombies Cringe says, by the time Cold War is over, it will be the best season of content Zombies has ever gotten. This is also unpopular. I don't know. If that happens, I'll be the happiest guy on earth. I'll be straight vibing.
I mean, we're already 2 maps into the life cycle of Cold War, and I highly doubt that they're going to be able to beat BO3, BO2, BO4, even like BO1, dude, because you're already 2 maps in.
It's almost May.
They're garbage.
The next COD is going to be being teased in 2 months. The hype for this game is dead. They're not even going to do 4 zombie maps, probably. They have Outbreak now. I mean,
that's
damn,
the one
dude.
thing. That's the one thing. I think Outbreak is better than the regular Zombies maps. I don't love Outbreak, but I think it is better. But yeah, there's no way that they can just transform from 2 of the most boring and repetitive maps of all time.
They're just the definition of mediocre.
Yeah. So the best season of content? That's okay. The best season of content?
They are... Wait, does he say Cold War Zombies or Cold War in general? Yes, he says zombies. If it's regular content, you can give me a run for your money because you got Warzone. They're adding like a battle royale for Dirty Bomb. I actually like the multiplayer in Cold War. Ironically, it's actually really
me
fun.
too.
It's actually really fun, like League playing shit. I don't know, man. Maybe my expectations are just too high, but I don't think this. If this happens, I'll be happy. I don't see it happening, but if you're right, dude, props to you because that would be sick. I would love that. And then we got Anthony saying Cold War is worse than BO4 and the movement system isn't enjoyable and I prefer the old simpler one. I agree. Cold War's clunky. It's weird. Like, I know BO4 felt weird, but I don't know. How do I explain this? Like, in the older games, the guns feel light and quick. In Cold War and Modern Warfare, it's like fucking clunky and you feel heavier. Like, the movement's just not smooth. You can't really swindle around zombies. It's like, everything kind of just feels like an LMG. Like, even the pistols, because, like, the way your hand moves in first person, you're, like, moving your whole body. I don't know.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's a really awkward feeling. I played a bit of BO4.
But fuck you, Call of Duty. I don't want it to be realistic.
Yeah.
I want, like,
no.
I want Garage Grove to be able to happen with dragons and shit. Like...
Yeah, I played a little bit of BO4 and I thought it felt super smooth. Like super smooth when I was running around.
If you play on PC, it is so smooth. On console, it is a little weird, but
yeah, Cold War, when I first got on it, it definitely felt more clunky, didn't feel as smooth or as refined as BO4, and definitely not as good as something like BO3.
It's just not hitting there. We have the finale. Redact saying BO3 was a terrible game, gameplay-wise, for zombies. Almost no replayability for me. You know, you could actually get a run for your money with this, because you could argue that playing BO3 over and over again is boring. I completely disagree. I think this game is probably the best gameplay game we've ever had. The only reason there's no replayability is because it's been 5 years. There was replayability up until, like, 2018, dude. Like, it had that's like 3 full years of replayability. From 2015 to 2018, you could play BO3 every day. It's just too old to have that now. Like, it physically cannot maintain that much. But, like, I don't know how to word this. BO3 got boring in 3 years. Cold War got boring in 2 weeks. That shows you the longevity of each game and the actual, like, gameplay, how fun it is. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do think that BO3 is one of the most replayable games for sure. The fact that they have so many maps, regardless of the mechanics of the game, they have so many maps, so much to offer. What is it, 14 or so?
Yeah.
If they have 14 maps, that means you could play 1 map per day for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
You could play 1 map per day for 2 weeks, and you would... How are you going to get tired of that? Because you could play, let's say, Shadows of Evil on Monday, 2 weeks later, play it again on Monday. Dude, I feel like you would miss it by then.
Exactly. No, because I play Shadows on Monday, then in 2 weeks, I could probably restart the cycle. Exactly. But, like, dude, Cold War... You spawn in with your specialist weapon. You spawn in with the weapon of your choice. There's no progression. In BO3, you start with the pistol. You need to get the box. You need to get the power on. You need to get the wonder weapon. You need to build it. You need to unlock Pack-a-Punch. In Cold War, you spawn in with everything you need. You can upgrade your starting weapon to be the best gun in the game. If you spawn in with the right gun and you just save your salvage, get a legendary, Pack-a-Punch it 3 times, Ring of Fire, you have a fucking wonder weapon from spawn. And you already spawned with your specialist. And nope. I refuse. Redact, I love you, but nope.
Nope. Unacceptable opinion. Unacceptable opinion.
Not
Zach.
unpopular.
I don't know you, bro, but I don't want to anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, that's fuck shit. Just kidding, Dax. We love you. I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you guys want to check out the Big Mike 24 on Twitch and YouTube, his links will be in the description. Do you have any lasting thoughts?
I had a great time on the video today. Thanks you for having me on.
Thanks for coming
I
on, bro.
love shitting on Cold War. Any day, if you want to have me shit on Cold War, I'm free to come on.
Oh, man. We hope better days are ahead. I still love the community. I love good vibes. But Cold War needs to hear this. He needs to know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching.